Hello everyone, this is Dr. Neeta and I welcome you all to Neeta Training and Consulting Services. Today we are going to start with the new series of Success Maximize workshop. Just give you brief about this workshop. This workshop is inspired from Success Principle by Jackie and Fred, and mostly few of the principles, major principles of success we are going to discuss within this workshop. There will be some worksheets. That worksheets you need to try if really you'd like to work. If you'll not actually work, then there is actually no guarantee of results. So basically, if you really want to succeed in your life, you have to work hard for yourself. No one else is going to work for yourself. That is the basic principle behind success. So that's why whatever worksheet, whatever work we are going to give you, whatever activity we are going to give you, you have to seriously work on those activities. Think of those basic things, very simple and very basic things which we might have ignored for up till now, but now we have realized, okay, that might be the reason of my failure, or that's why I could not succeed in my life. So all those kind of things actually we have to analyze for ourselves first. Once we analyze, we have to actually take the responsibility of it and we have to work for it. That is what is the basic principle of any success we achieve in our life. So let's begin with the quote: success is the best motivation. So whenever we get success, we achieve success, we get motivated, and whenever we got that success from our own efforts, that motivation is the best motivation. So let's begin moving ahead. Today we are going to see with the first principle of success, which is take 100% responsibility for your life. You must take personal responsibility. You cannot change the circumstances, the seasons, or the wind, but you can change yourself. That is the basic principle behind taking 100% responsibility for your life. So you have to take your responsibility for changing yourself. That is what is we have to understand from this particular principle. In today's session, we are going to discuss to explore the concept of taking 100% responsibility of your life and your results in order to get to where you want to be in your life from where you are today. That's the main agenda or objective of today's session. Now, this is what we do in our life. In our childhood, we go into the school and whole schooling, whole childhood go in schooling. Then in the teenage, we go to college. Then for our higher education, we go to universities. After completion of our education, we versus early career. We go for different career options, and then finally we develop a career within a particular stream or within a particular field. Once we develop it, then we may find that, oh, this career is not for me, and we may go for some kind of career changes. But after that, we have to go for work, and finally after working whole of the life, we go for retirement. So this is how actually we are living our life, and that is what we are doing within our life. Now, we, that is you are having your health and fitness, your relationship, your personal goal, your community charity, then you are having financial problems or financial issues, then you are having your career, your free time. All these things are the parameter and part and parcel of an individual's life. Now, beginning with the first principle of success, that is 100% awesome, means take 100% responsibility of your life and your results. So, four things you will get from today's session: how to take 100% responsibility, how to stop blaming and complaining, a free worksheet to access yourself, and how to use create the life you want. That four things are the basic agenda from today's session you are going to get. Now you have to point out the story. What you have to do is, we all face many difficulties, a difficult situation in our life. So what you have to do is, you have to write my own story, my responses, the outcome I was getting throughout those responses, what I did and where I am now. So you have to analyze the whole life, whatever life you have lived up till now, from your childhood to up till now, whatever stage you are in your career, in professional life, your personal life, wherever you are now at this moment of time, just try to jot down your own story. Find out the milestones, find out the major events of your life, find out your continuous behavior, what kind of you may say mistakes, what kind of problems you means you have faced because of your problems or your own habits or some kind of issues you are having with your personality traits. All those kind of things means there should not be like I don't take the responsibility, it has happened because someone else has done like this and no, whatever you think is correct as a third person, because you are writing the story and you are not the one character or actor within the story. You have to see it on the screen as if you are not playing any role, you are just watching the movie. And when you are unbiased at that moment of time, you have to decide what are all mistakes or wherever you were not that much correct. Your decisions may go wrong, so all those kind of things you have to find out later. But firstly you have to find out your story, you have to actually find out your outcomes, whatever you are doing and where you are. All these kind of things you have to do first. That is what is the first task. Once you finish that task, then what I learned, if you don't design your own life plan, chances are you will fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Of course, not much. So, firstly, you have to plan your life. You have to decide what you really want in your life. You first analyze for what exactly you are living this life. Once you analyze, then and then only it would be easy for you to jot down some plans, and then coming taking those plans into action. And if you'll not do this, someone else will do for you and you will follow them, and of course wherever it will ended, you don't know. So why you are giving your own control to someone else, and why you are becoming slave? So first, take lessons and take the 100% responsibility of your life, and then plan your life according to you, and then change your responses. That is what is you have to learn from this lesson. Don't give your power away to others. That is the first lesson we are learning over here. Don't give the power to control your emotions. Those are only yours and it is only for you to manipulate. Firstly, we always blame others for whatever kind of emotion we are experiencing now or in past or in future, because we think that someone else is responsible for giving me those kind of feelings. Firstly, now what is the problem over here? The machine is don't have any option. If you press the button it will on, you press the button it will off. But that is not the case with human being. You yourself is giving your control to someone else. Come and hurt me, okay, I will get hurt. Say something irritating, I get irritated. And if actually you will do something which I can't, I'll get jealous. Means all these kind of emotions actually I am creating in my mind, just because in response to some kind of actions you are doing. But actually you can do something external only. You can't control my mind. That is what is the first key you need to understand out of it, that no one can create your emotion. You and only you are responsible for all kind of emotions you are creating within your mind. There is no another person is responsible for that. So firstly you have to take 100% responsibility of your emotions, that all my emotions are in my control. This is my manufacturing company, and within this manufacturing whatever production is happening, that is my production. Whatever raw material I'm using, that is my raw material. So firstly you have to actually take the control to you. What we have done is we have given remote control to all the people around us and situations around us, and we are saying they are pressing the button and that's how we are reacting. So much actually we are victim, how much slaver we are in this situation. So firstly Just understand this, that my emotions are not in others control, it's totally in my control. What to produce inside is totally in my control. For that, what to do, that there are several solutions, but firstly accept this and try to understand this, that I am responsible for that and no one else is responsible for that. Now, the most important thing within this today's lesson is this formula where E plus R equals to O, event plus response equals to outcome. So event, whatever is an event, uh, uh, R is your response, and whatever outcome result you are getting, that is your outcome. You can't change the event, but you can change your response, which will make the outcome. So actually any outcome whatever you are experiencing till date is just the outcome or result of whatever kind of events happening in your life, and you are responding in a certain way to those events, and that's how you respond to certain situation. Based on that, you will get the result. Now, you might have heard the failures stories of successful people, how fast they come up from that failure. But someone, they just get broken, and they can't actually manage to start again those things. But a failure is a small part of life. How to respond to that particular thing, that is actually in our control. We can always have a new beginning. We are always have new journey start at any moment of time in our life. So how we are actually reacting or responding to a particular event in our life, that's how, based on that, we are actually going to get all the results and all the outcomes in our life. So choices. Now, every outcome you experience in your life is a result of how you have responded to an earlier event or events in your life. If you don't like the outcome you are currently getting, there are two basic choices you can make. Three response you have control over, that is your behavior, your thoughts, your visual imagery. So these are the basic three responses are in your control, that you have to actually understand. Firstly, my behavior is in my control, my thoughts is in my control, whatever images whole day I'm producing in my mind, again it's in my control. So take the control of these three things together, which is actually deciding all the responses or results whatever I'm getting in my life. So understand this third thing very nicely and deeply. Oh, if I'm not getting success, then I'm getting such kind of situation wherein people will say, oh, you are such an idiot. But you are done. Here you have to think people have said that have hurt you. Look inside yourself to see if you have doubt about that particular issue in your life or not. So firstly, rather than getting hurt whenever people are saying something or giving any kind of negative feedback, firstly think about it whether that negative feedback is applicable for you or not. If it is not applicable, why you bother? And it's none of your business. Whatever they think, they will speak. But you know yourself more than them. So that's why how to react or how to respond is totally in your control. You don't have to actually take others feedback as the real feedback in your life. Understand yourself, whatever problem might have occurred, it might, you may have some kind of clarification, give that clarification to yourself and just come out of that hurt or whatever guilt feeling you are having because of others have made such kind of statements about you. So it's your turn. Stop complaining. It's a very important thing whenever it concerned to achieving success. Means that I have a reference point for something better than I prefer and that I'm not willing to risk creating. It also means that I am putting my attention on what I don't want rather than what I do want, thus activating the law of attraction, which brings me more of what I don't want. Responsibility sentence stem exercise. Definition of complaining. I have a reference point of something I prefer that I am not willing to risk creating. Sentence stem. something I want that I am not willing to risk creating. Moving ahead, there is one exercise. Get into a group of four, sit in a circle with your chairs, and if you are not in the group of four, just raise your hand. So what was that exercise? Within that exercise, what you have to do is you have to find out such situation and you have to just have group discussions about that. So again, E plus R equals to outcome, which is responsibility sentence, which states, if I were to take 5% more responsibility for my life and well-being, what are the different kind of things I could do? I would exercise for 30 minutes a day. I'd eat fast food one time per week, would meditate more often, would get more sleep, and that is how I could become more self-disciplined, which will give me good lifestyle, healthy body, and healthy mind. So spiritually, mentally, and physically, I'll be fit and fine. So all the problems coming in my life, I would be very happily solve those all problems if I will change my lifestyle. So this is what is first step I could take. Even 5% responsibility I'll take for these actions. Again, if I'll take 5% responsibility for living my passion, then I would ask for what I want. Firstly, finalize what really my passion is, what really I want, what is the real objective of my life, what aim, what goals I'm having, what targets I want to achieve in my life. So firstly, I should know that. That is what is the first thing I had to identify. I would spend more time writing, reading, doing some kind of learning. So all those kind of things I will do. Jot down my plan. I would laugh more. I'll become happier. That is what is I need to do if I really want to achieve my goals. I would schedule more free time, and that's how I could actually plan for success. So this is how I can manage to achieve my passion by taking just again 5% responsibility. If I were take 5% responsibility for the attainment of my goals, then what I can do is I would do 5 things a day to get me closer to my goal. I would spend an extra hour a day in action rather than watching TV. I would share my goals with family and friends and ask for accountability. I would do the one thing that I have been procrastinating on. Again, if I were to take 5% responsibility for the success of my relationship, I would plan quality time with my kids and put it in my calendar. I would have a date night every week with my spouse. I would talk less and listen more. I would keep my agreements and only say yes when I mean it. This is how I need to keep my relationships better, because if my close relations are disturbed, in that case it's very difficult for me to achieve success in my life. I want that mental peace. That's very important. That's why I am always in a need of getting cared and loved, and that's how whatever you give that you get. So that's why you have to give that love, care, affection, empathy, sympathy to your loved ones. Then in return, the same you will get. So you have to spend that quality time with your family to work on your relationship. If I were to take 5% responsibility for the level of my self-esteem, then I would ask for what I want. I would take more training and seminars to stay positive. I would create a list of my successes and review them often. I would surround myself with positive people. So if I think my self-esteem is low, in that case, I have to be more positive. For becoming more positive, what are the things I can do? I can attend many workshops, seminars, which make me actually boost my self-esteem. I may surround myself with positive people. I may get motivated by doing exercising, by doing whatever I love to do. So that's how I could actually work on my self-esteem. Responsibility sentence stem worksheet. Complete the statement on free worksheet in your own time. or as we go along now about how you can take more responsibility of the outcome in your life. So now we are going to give you some kind of worksheets. That worksheets you have to try at your home whenever you get time. Complete the following statement. So whatever we have actually seen up till now, so 5% responsibility, again you have to actually write it down one by one, whatever things you would like to do for the different parameters or different field in your life, just like your health, your well-being, your relationship, your career, your finances, whatever. So just take that field or whatever we have just discussed in the prior slides, and you have to write it down for yourself. So these are different worksheets we are providing. Next, is there something on your mind that's bothering you at the moment? Firstly, try to just recognize or find it out, something which is bothering me and keeping me away from the success, what actually I really deserve. So difficult or troubling situation exercise, for that whatever prior slide we have discussed, for that what is we are actually going to discuss exercise. What you have to do is, if there is a difficult or troubling situation, we can actually find out a problem, a partner, and divide into pairs, sit facing each other, then decide who will go first. Trade workbooks, handout question, handout, no discussion, ask question, maintain eye contact, notes and commitment. So whenever you choose your partner, if you are doing a training, in that case you can go for this kind of exercise. Otherwise, just be in front of your mirror and try to find out and interview yourself, whatever difficult situation or trouble you find, or what is that one thing which is bothering you and you're more thinking about that. Be aware what is going on in your mind and try to find out what are all problems actually you are facing in your life, and just note it down properly, so you can do it with yourself also. And whenever you are working with a partner, there are few questionnaire given. What is a difficult or troubling situation in your life? How are you creating it or allowing it to happen? What are you pretending not to know? What is payoff for keeping it like it is? What is the cost for not changing it? What would you rather be experiencing? What action will you take, and what request you will make to get it? By when will you take that action? And on the scale of 1 to 10, will you follow through on this action? So this is the part of success coaching. Whenever we actually give coaching, at that moment of time we use powerful questionnaire. So these are few powerful questions we have given over here. You have to actually find out the answer of each and every question if you really want to work on it. Sorry. So this is how you can work with the partner, or you can work with yourself also. Thinking about what's on your mind. So first is, what is difficult or troubling situation in your life? I think I'm in wrong job. I have made redundant. What next? I want more free time. How do I get it? I want the kids to do more at home. I want to do something I'm passionate about. So any kind of solution problem you may be having. So just examples are given over here for the first question. Similarly, for the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. So there are examples given over here, and you have to write in your mind the scale for each and every question from 1 to 10, where 10 is the highest probability and 1 is the lowest one. Now optional is take 100% responsibility exercise. Have to choose to do is, one, what are some of the things you have to do, just like for example paying taxes. What are some of the things you choose to do, for example taking holiday? So these are few kind of responsibility exercise you have to do, and ask simple question to yourself and shout it out, the answers of it. Find out your own question, find out your own answer. That's how you can take your own 100% responsibility.